My name is Phillip Campbell. I'm 42 years old. I grew up in Vineland, Alabama. I'm a single father of 4 children. My life at about the time that I met Americor, financially I'd gotten myself into a little bit of trouble and had started searching around. That's how I came across them. I'd always been pretty responsible financially, but I found myself in a unwanted, unexpected divorce that caused my expenses to go up quite a bit. And by the time I'd met them, I'd got myself a little bit underwater. So my financial future at the point before I met Americor was somewhat gloomy. I'd ran credit card debt up pretty high without a lot left to show for it. It was all I could do to pay my minimum payments each month, and I found myself getting farther and farther down that path. It was going to be very difficult for me to get back out of it on my own. I felt a little bit like a failure. I'd always thought it was irresponsible to get into debt beyond what you could repay, and here I was creeping down that path. Felt a little bit hopeless because I was like, well, I can dig out of this. It's just going to take such a long time. So it's kind of overwhelming. So as I searched for different ways out, different financial solutions, I came across different companies that do similar things, and Americor turned out to be the one that worked best for me. Settled for the lowest balances that I could find, and had the least negative impact to my credit as I looked at all the other options. I started talking to them, and at the time I'd called some other, I guess, competitors that were doing similar things. And Americor had a lengthier track record of settling debts for 50% or less, and some of the other people that hadn't been doing it as long, they wouldn't settle for that low. They would get the debt reduced down, but not as much, and the program would take longer. The first thing that set me at ease with Americor was when, after I'd gotten into the program and I saw that I was making the lower monthly payments that we had agreed upon and the amount matched, and then 2-3 months into the program, they were able to settle one of my credit card balances for less than 50%. I think it's like 46% of the balance. And here I was paying lower payments and with 46% of what I'd previously owed to that creditor. And once I saw that, I mean, everything was at ease because it was all working the way it was supposed to. And here I was making progress to getting out of debt. I hate to say it, but there's a lot of internet scams out there, telemarketing scams and scams by mail, and so I was afraid, here I am with this bleak financial future ahead of me, and what if this is another scam that's going to run me, further into debt and not help me recover. But as I mentioned, I went online and I searched to see what I could find out about Americor, and all the search results, for the most part, were positive. Other people had done what I was considering doing, and they just had a certain ring of truth about their testimonials that made me say, well, hey, maybe this will work for me. And I'm so glad I did, because here it is, sometime later, and it is working for me. Money is kind of like time. If you don't plan how you're going to use it, it's going to come and go, and you won't know where you spent it. Americor has been good about so far, reminding me, hey, don't plunge back into debt. Create a budget and decide where your money's going to go. It's just like creating a schedule, deciding where your time's going to go. So it's really good that both really precious resources, and they're both going to be gone, and you're going to have spent it on stuff you didn't care about, or you can plan, with a budget to actually spend it on things you do care about that will be meaningful. I'm really optimistic for the future, and a big piece of that is because of this experience with Americor and the personnel there that have helped me come this far.